Oh, hi, your friend Sean here. Let me interrupt your day for your life for one instant, one few seconds, few minutes, to ask you this question, to provoke you, to ask you this very, very challenging question and provoke your thoughts for good. What are you up to in this life? What are we up to in this life? You know, I was thinking of this thing, and I think about this a lot. And in fact, my company Qualped is all about what are we human beings up to in this 24th century? We are looking at AI, artificial intelligence, and thinking, oh, this thing is going to take away jobs, it's going to change the world, it's going to leave us behind. And we're panicking about artificial intelligence and neglecting the development and the I don't believe in evolution, but the evolution, the evolving of human intelligence. So what are you up to in this life? Let me provoke, indulge me for a few minutes, take a pause from your life and let me in to your world just for a few minutes on this video. I've done videos like this before, but so when we look at life and we say, okay, what a lot of people say, I'm not up to anything big because I don't have the tools that I need. I don't have the resources that I need. I don't have the money. I don't have the right people around me. I don't own a business. I can't write a book. I can't do music, or I can't do social media posts, whatever it is. People come up with all kinds of, how should I say, reasons, not reasons or excuses. It's not that. It's a belief system that we can't do things in life unless we have certain things given to us, right? But what is the most important resource that we have in this world? What is the most important resource that is available to every single human being on this planet? Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter what part of the world we're in. We could be in a rich developed country or a poor country. We have, every single human being has for free one single resource that we can use to be up to something in this life, with our life, and which would generate for us this feeling of happiness, peace, contentment, a fulfilled life. Isn't that what we all want? To feel fulfilled and to feel that we're doing something worthwhile with this amazing, awesome thing, that single microsecond breath that we call life. So there's one resource that we have, and this thing really hit me. It's time. Nothing else is important. The only thing that we have in this world, the most valuable resource, and it's absolutely free, is time. It's time. Now, when we look at the wisdom out there in the world, the wise, let's say Jesus, for example, in the Bible, how did he say we should use time? He said, seek first the kingdom of God, right? So use your time to seek the things of God, to live a good life, be righteous, be holy. And Solomon in the Bible also said, how do you use your time? Seek after wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Use your time to seek after wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And even Moses, back in the day in the Old Testament, how do you use your time? Moses said, learn the statutes and the laws and the biblical, how to live biblically, how to live a good life, and spend your time learning those and practicing it and living it. Right? So, and then we have the philosophers. Like, if you look at people like Kierkegaard, Paul Barth, John Sartre, all these, the philosophers who control the filters through which we live today, the worldview of existentialism, for example, Barth and Kierkegaard and those Sartre and those guys. They told us, spend your time living to enjoy life, to have experiences, which is called existentialism, right? How do we listen to these guys, and of course the world is saying to us, how do you use your time? Use your time to go out there and get us, work for $20 an hour, $30 an hour, whatever it is, or a salary every month, and use your time to accumulate enough money to pay your bills. Take a mortgage, get a nice car, on debt, mind you, and spend your time paying those debts, paying the bank interest, paying for your car. And of course, the education system says spend your time getting an education. So there is something, one day I'll do a video on this, but there's something called the mountains in the world. Mountains are, how should I say, different industries, influential industries that control the world. And we have 7 influential industries, and to use a better word, 7 mountains on the world. These are high points of the earth. One is education, governance, business, family, religion, entertainment, and there's one more. I forgot what it is. But those areas, those industries, if you will, those institutions are the dominating institutions on the earth that dominate the human life. Religion, business, education, entertainment, all those things. They dominate our lives. Government is the other one. They dominate our lives. And each of those industries says to us, here's how you spend your time. Says to the human being, to 8 billion people on the planet, all you have is your time. Resource, the best resource, the most basic resource, the foundational resource, the resource that we have. We shouldn't look at life and say, oh, we don't have the resources of money, the resources of some tool. If you want to plant a garden, you need a fork, a shovel, that kind of thing. Those are tools, right? Same with life. If we need economics, whatever we need certain tools, which is resources. But the best resource that we have is time. For example, if you want to be wealthy, and there's nothing wrong with being wealthy if you do it the right way, of course. How are you using your time? You use your time and you generate wealth. If you want to be healthy, time. You use your time to be healthy. If you want good values, time. Cultivate good values by how you use your time. If you want wisdom, how do you develop as a intelligent human being? How you use your time. Everything is about how we use our time. Time is the most valuable resource there is on the planet. For you, for me, and it's absolutely free. You want to be wise, you want to be wealthy, you want to be healthy, you want to have good values, whatever it is you want. You're looking for a good relationship, you're looking to, travel. How are we using our time? So what are we up to in this life? The answer is very, very simple. What are we up to in this life is, how are we using our time? How are we utilizing? I would use a different word than utilizing. How are we cultivating? Time is like a garden. You plow the field, you cultivate, you nurture the plant, and eventually, not necessarily immediately, but eventually you bear fruit. So there's a time for planting. There's a time for sowing. There's a time for nurturing the garden of your life. And there's a time for reaping the fruit. And we got like seasons, right? Jim Rohn keeps saying, winter will come. The fall will come. We have to be willing to go through those seasons. The sowing period, the clearing the ground period, and wait for the time when, because we all want to bear fruits. We all want, oh, look, we're happy. Everything is hunky-dory, and wealth is there, and wisdom is there, and wellness is there, and our values are there, and everything is amazing, but it takes time to get there. And the time to get there is how we use our time. So this video, I really want to emphasize, I hope you took a pause from your life, listen to me for a few minutes, and get this, that time is your most precious resource, your most valuable resource, your only really free resource, and it's running out by the second. Time is running out, but we can use our time wisely, and it's never too late to start. You could be 70 years old, you could be 60 years old, you could be 80 years old, and you could be 10 years old, or 5 years old, or 15 years old, and you could start now to use whatever time is remaining of our life on this earth to be up to something. So I just want to convey this message today from my heart to you, my friend, that you have the most important gift anybody has in this life, which is time. And how are we using our time? Okay, join me again for whenever I get these epiphanies, these thoughts, I share them. So have a good day, enjoy, and we'll catch up again soon.